Hey house guests, welcome to today's BB Can 6 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Emily Steele. Emily, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it, and we think you're awesome. And if you guys want to be house guests today, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so what's going on? When we left off yesterday, Johnny and Erica had just decided, for like the millionth time, or at least it feels like it, that they're going to keep Ryan this week instead of Marin. So they're saying Ryan trusts us and most of what he says is probably true. It's really funny how things can change. I mean, they were talking about this guy like he was the devil a few days ago, but now like, oh, most of what he says is true. And they feel like he can go after Dayla for them. Alright, and Marin is not doing himself any favors because he spent pretty much the whole day the other day hanging out with Dayla, and people are like, whoa, are they a trio now? I was going to say Hamza. Is Marin just going to be a puppet for Dayla? We can't have that, so no. Alright, so that's where we're at. I ask this question every day. What is Paris doing? It seems like she can just never be game happy, I want to call it. She can never just like enjoy what's happening in the game. You know, like you can have fun outside of the game, but like she's never happy with what's happening in the game. Do you know what I mean? She's always got to be like, oh, my people aren't doing anything and we need to do the opposite of what everybody else wants. So that's where she's at. Before, she was telling the cameras that she wanted Ryan to stay this week. She felt that that was best for her game. But now, it looks like the tide is turning and Ryan could be staying, and all of a sudden she's giving Marin advice on how to stay. What? What are you doing? So she's telling him, oh, it looks like you're working with Dayla now because you're spending so much time with them, and everybody's really sketched out about that. And Marin's like, what the hell? I'm just hanging out with them. It sucks that you can't just do whatever in here. Welcome to Big Brother. Okay, so Paris is like, yeah, people are looking at you guys as a trio now. You can't just hang out with them all day. And she said, I know that Kayla is really pretty and she's giving you attention, but you need to think with your big head and not your little head. Wow. I feel like that did not need to go there, but okay. So then she says you need to work on other people for their votes too, not just Dayla. You know, it's not going to help you if you only have 2 votes on your side. So Marin's like, yeah, you're right. Paris says she's just giving him a heads up because she wants him to make it far. Do you? Because nobody knows what you want. So then Erica and Paris were discussing the vote, and Paris says, whoa, it looks like Dayla and Marin are a trio now. What are you doing? You were just telling Marin to work on that and, you know, try to minimize that with everybody, and now you're saying that to the HOH, who could be potentially breaking a tie this week. What are you doing? So Erica tells Paris that the plan is now to evict Marin. So Paris is like, okay. They both agree, they both believe Ryan when he says that he's targeting Dayla, which Maddie told him to tell everybody. However, Erica's hearing that Marin is targeting her, so she's like, you know, understandably so. I did put him up on the block twice, but we can't have that. He's got to go. So then Paris continues to throw her allies under the bus. I think this is one of the things that sketches people out the most about her. Like, yeah, people are freaked out that she keeps going back and forth from side to side, but I think it makes it even worse that she continuously throws her own allies' names out there. Like Maddie and Will, it's obvious that she's working with them and everybody sees it and knows it, but then she's like, no, I have nothing with them, they can go. Like, no. That's going to freak people out. So she says that she's a little bit worried that Maddie and Ryan are a thing. Why would you say that? And Erica's like, yeah, I see that too. If we don't end up taking a shot at Dayla next week, we should split up Maddie and Ryan. And Paris is like, you know what? I'm on board with that. She says in the past she's overlooked Maddie's sketchiness, but now she sees it and she would be okay with that. Woo! So then they discuss maybe like keeping the vote from Dayla this week so that they'll be on the wrong side of it. If they're like the only 2 people that vote Ryan out and he stays, it's more likely that he's actually going to follow through and target them if he wins HOH. So Erica's like, ideally that would be awesome, but will it actually happen? probably not. Somebody's probably going to spill the beans to Dayla before the vote. And she says that she might even just tell them on Thursday morning, just so, like, they're not totally pissed at the rest of the group. Okay, so then Liv and Allie were talking in the bathroom area, and Liv was like, you know what? I think we should definitely vote Marin out. She says that Marin is definitely coming after her, and they feel really good about the conversation that they had with Ryan. He promised that he wouldn't target them in the triple eviction. Liv feels like he's being genuine. Is he? I don't know about that. So, yeah. Then they say they secretly want to tell Dayla about the vote right before, like an hour before, so that they're not in the dark. There you go. Somebody's going to spill the beans. So Olivia's like, we can just go ahead and pin it on Paris. We'll say that she's the one that spilled to Dayla, and we'll throw her under the bus in a really subtle way. Oh, Olivia. She is like the gift that keeps on giving. She was so like bleh the first few weeks, but now she is really delivering. All right. So then Paris and Ryan were chatting in the catacombs. And before I tell you guys about this, I just want to say again, I really have no idea what Paris actually wants. It seems like she doesn't even know, because she changes her mind like every 5 seconds. And like, yeah, this week especially, everybody's being really flip-floppy, but I feel like Paris is just like next level. So Paris asks Ryan, are you really going for Dayla if you win HOH, or would you go for Liv and Allie? So Ryan says, well, I've been hearing that Dayla is going around this week saying that they want to blindside me with the vote. And just to give you guys a little bit of context, earlier in the week, Ryan was super confident that he would be staying. He thought it might even be a unanimous vote for him to stay. So then everybody was like, oh, we're going to blindside him. It's going to be awesome, blah, blah, blah. But Maddie warned him about this potential blindside before the power veto ceremony. So now he knows he's not as safe as he thought he was, and they were going to try to pull one over on him. So he says, Dayla has been lying to my face, and Liv and Allie have not been doing that. So take what you want from that. So then Paris is like, I just want to tell you, the blindside was not Dayla's idea. There's other people gunning for you as well. So she's definitely trying to move the target back to Allie and Liv here. She would much rather see Ryan go after them and do her dirty work. But Ryan is like, no, I'd love to go after Dayla. He's really hoping that they will be in the dark still about the vote, so then the whole house will be unified against them. It'll be easier for them to take Dayla out. And ideally, he would like to see Kayla go first. And pretty much everybody agrees with that, because she's definitely a way bigger threat than Derek. Okay, so then Ryan asked Paris what she would do if she wins HOH. She's like, would you go Allie and Liv, or Derek and Kayla? And Paris is like, yeah, I'm not sure I would target either of the duos right now. Are you freaking kidding me? She says that she's worried that she can't even trust the people that are supposed to be the closest to her. Are you freaking kidding me? I could just see Paris actually winning an HOH and like royally screwing it up. Imagine. Yeah, I could totally see it. So after Ryan leaves, Paris talks to the cameras, because of course, and she's like, Maddie, what are you doing? Playing too hard, too fast. Pop me kettle. So then Paris says that she's been putting her ass on the line to make sure that Maddie's safe with everybody. No. And she says now she doesn't trust Maddie at all. And she also says that she wanted to keep Ryan so that he would go after Liv and Allie, but now that he wants to target Dayla, that doesn't do anything for her. So she says, I feel like I have control over Marin. I'm changing my mind again. I want to keep Marin. Surprise, surprise! Now everybody wants to get rid of, Marin, and all of a sudden, Paris wants to keep him. Imagine that. Okay, so then Maddie and Paris are talking about the vote, and Maddie says, do you still feel like you want to keep Ryan? Paris is like, well, it would make sense because he's not targeting us, but I feel like we could pull Marin in, and that might be a better move for us. And Maddie says, yeah, but we can use Ryan to take shots for us. Paris is saying, yeah, but like Ryan wants to go after Dayla now, and Marin is saying that he would go after Erica. and she thinks that it would be better to keep Marin around to go after Erica. So Maddie says, that's great and all, but Marin can't win competitions, okay? He sucks. And she also shares that she was the one that told Ryan to tell people he's targeting Dayla. It's working. It seems like the tide is turning. But Paris is not confident that Ryan will really even go for the HOH win here. So she asked Maddie, did you make a deal with Ryan? And Maddie says, no, there was no deal. We just feel like our games kind of line up right now. Like we have mutual targets, blah, blah, blah. But Maddie says even if Ryan does not win HOH, he's still a vote on her side. And that is really important at this point. Okay, so then Allie and Kayla were talking about the vote. We missed the beginning of this conversation. The cameras switched over after they had already started, but it seems like Allie told her that Erica wants Marin out, and in the event of a tie, she would vote in Ryan's favor. So much for waiting until like Thursday morning to tell them about the vote. But Kayla looked pissed. She's like, Marin's not going to win anything. Why does Erica feel so threatened by him? She says every single person in this house wants Ryan gone. Apparently not, because quite a few people are saying that they're going to be keeping him. So Allie's like, all right, we need to check in with people. This vote doesn't have to be unanimous. If we can get 5 people, we can vote Ryan out. We can do this. So Kayla says, yeah, Ryan is bad for 4 out of the 5 people in our alliance's games. You know, everybody except for Erica. The 5 that I'm talking about are the 2 duos and Erica. But they're like, yeah, Erica's always saying that we should vote how we want, and she doesn't want sheep. So they're going to see if they can get those votes together. So Kayla relays this new information to Derek. They both say that they're not changing their votes no matter what. They feel like it's better for their game if Ryan goes. Derek says that he doesn't get why Erica's so scared of Marin. It just doesn't make sense. So then Derek is all like, oh yeah, so like if the vote is tied and Ryan stays, I'm just going to lie and say that I voted for him to stay. I think everybody's going to figure that out very quickly, but you go for it. I think that'd be hilarious. Kayla says she doesn't give a crap. Like, if Ryan stays, she's going to be like, yeah, I voted you out because I don't like you. Ooh! All right, meanwhile, Allie is giving Marin some instructions. She's like, you have to go talk to Erica. She has heard that you're coming after her. She feels really uneasy about it, so you need to fix this. Tell her that you're targeting Dayla if you have to. Tell her whatever you need to. Just fix it. So Marin finally gets his chance to talk to Erica, and Erica's all, I want to see people be free thinkers. I hope that they're going to vote the way they want to vote. That's easy to say when you think that the votes are going to work in your favor, but I don't know if Erica's going to feel that way come Thursday. So then Marin is like, all right, real talk. I don't want you to think that the door on this is closed. Like, no one would ever suspect us working together after you put me up on the block twice. And Erica's like, cool, yeah, that's fair. She's always saying fair. That's fair. Erica wants to know where he stands with Dayla, because now everybody's all abuzz saying that Marin is like in a trio with Dayla. So Marin's like, that's not the case. I was just hanging out with them. Like, I genuinely enjoy spending time with them. Also, like, yeah, I was trying to get their votes. But he says he's going to do whatever's best for his game. So, like, if it comes down to it, he will go against them. So then Erica's like, all right, another thing. Ryan is very transparent about who he would target if he were to win HOH. I'm really curious who you would target because I haven't really heard anything. So, except for myself. But Marin is like, yeah, Ryan will do or say anything to stay. Marin doesn't actually drop any names here, which I think was probably a mistake. But he does say that he's not gunning for Erica. He also says that he would be, that Hamza would be really happy to see them working together. Pull out the old Hamza card. Erica agrees with that, but even Hamza was not enough to get Erica to flip on this. I don't think that conversation really worked. So anyway, the rest of the night was pretty chill. Kayla, a few quick things here. Kayla promised Marin that she's going to vote to keep him no matter what. Allie campaigned to Erica on Marin's behalf, but again, no flip there. I'm pretty sure she was still set on keeping Ryan. And then Paris talked her nonsense to the cameras again. She says, I was really upset with Maddie earlier, but I need to keep her around as a shield. And then she's like, should I try to win the next HOH? I don't know. Oh my god, just freaking play the game. Holy crap. So then today, started off with a few fun things. Erica and Olivia decided to swap looks. So they were wearing each other's clothes, a bunch of makeup on Erica, less makeup on Olivia, and then everybody was playing around with the Snapchat glasses. And then you could tell everybody was super bored this morning. Kayla was braiding everybody's hair. She gave Derek cornrows. No! And then the house guests, most of them were making boats out of foil to put in the catacombs moat. And Allie lost a pool bet. So they were like, you need to go in the catacombs moat. So she put on her bathing suit and she freaking like completely submerged herself in the moat. Not her face. Front and back. Because it's not deep enough like to swim. So she went under and then she was like walking laps around the moat to create a current for the boats. So they were having a lot of fun with that. I can't believe Big Brother let them get away with all that. I didn't think they would be allowed to mess with the moat at all, but they did it and they didn't get yelled at. So anyway, back to the game. There was a big powwow in the HOH room today. Erica, Kayla, Allie, and Liv were discussing the vote. And the pillow was placed outside of the HOH room door. So that means everybody else stay out. Erica's been using that this week, but they're getting really pissed because there's some people, Maddie, who have been ignoring the pillow, and Maddie's ignored it at least twice. And she also came in during this conversation and they were just like, So anyway, Erica's telling everybody, I'm not really sold either way. Like, I don't know which nominee I would prefer to go at this point, so let's weigh out our options. So Kayla and Allie were really arguing for Ryan to go. Mostly the same reasons we've already been hearing. Marin won't win competitions, Ryan is targeting the duos, blah, blah, blah. But then there's a new one. They're saying if Ryan makes it through this week, they're going to have bigger fish to fry, and he's just going to fly under the radar and float all the way to the final two, and then if he makes it there, he could convince the jury to vote for him. That's on you. Okay? Nobody's telling you you have to vote for him. So Allie is saying we could easily take out Marin later in the game. Ryan can win competitions with his butt on the line, so he'd be a lot more difficult to get rid of. And Olivia and Erica are torn. They're not really sure which way to go with this. They discuss as a group how Ryan would potentially be better at pulling people in to work with him than Marin would, because Marin is just like, hey, what's up? You know? So it seems like they agree that it would be better to get rid of Ryan this week. So did they flip back or what? Like, what's the deal? It's very unclear if they're actually going to go ahead with that plan or not. So then Olivia goes down to the catacombs and tells Johnny about this powwow. And she's saying, oh yeah, they were up there saying that they want to get rid of Ryan now. And Johnny's like, are you effing kidding me? Were they actually meaning that, or were they just BSing because Kayla was there? And Olivia's like, I don't know. It felt real. But she is very indifferent about the whole thing. Like, somebody will say, we should get rid of Marin. And she's like, yeah, we should do that. But then 5 minutes later, somebody will say, we should get rid of Ryan. And she's on board with that. So she doesn't really know what to do. And of course, Johnny easily convinces her that Marin should go. Oh my god. So at this point, it still seems like Marin will be going, but we still have 2 days left until the eviction. It's a freaking mess. So it could be going either way. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until tomorrow, much love.